Today on AW Confidential, we're joined by Coral Peña from Apple TV's For All Mankind. While the series explores humanity's future beyond Earth, it's at its core where it's really about survival, identity, resilience, and what people hold on to when everything feels uncertain. Today, we're talking about hope, representation, and how the emotional truths shape how we move forward. Enjoy. Hi, Coral. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Congratulations on the show.
Oh, thank you.
It's a beautiful, it's just such great work. For All Mankind imagines survival in extreme conditions, but emotionally the show feels deeply human. Would you
Mm.
agree?
Yeah, I think that's what makes it all worth it is that it all comes back to uh, what is humanity and connection and that none of it matters unless you
Yeah.
feel that there's real stakes, emotional stakes.
100%. So, what do you think the series reveals about people when everything familiar is stripped away?
Um, I think that even through all the darkness or through difficult moments that humanity continues to move forward because we're programmed to have just that glimmer of hope that something bigger, better is possible. um I think the ability to succeed in difficult times uh is what drives us forward.
I think we need that hope today. So, it's just the
Mm,
timing of the show, and it's 5 seasons, right?
mm. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
it's been a slow progression, but I think it's still so timely, especially
Mm,
now. This story imagines the future on a global scale, but interestingly, representation is still something that matters deeply within the
mm,
future. What
mm.
has it meant for you to bring your identity and perspective into a series that's this expansive? Because I think that's important to bring up representation.
Yeah, I think despite what might be going on politically, not only in this country but around the world, um, a border is just a border, and uh, and I think it's really meaningful that Aleida was not just an immigrant, but for so long an illegal immigrant. Um, that she gets to be the voice of reason and leader in these rooms. Because there's sort of no reason why someone who came from her circumstances should be allowed in the door other than she really was just the best for the job. And it's a great responsibility for Aleida, but I think she knows all that she represents, not just outside of the show, but within the show. Um, that she carries that responsibility every year with more and more strength and belief in herself. And it's a really beautiful journey to play and then to see.
And it's great because I think it will resonate with so many people. So I loved seeing your character.
Mm,
And I do want to mention Aleida's journey a little bit. Has
mm,
just carrying that journey, the emotional tension between ambition, survival, belonging. What do you think
mm.
the character tells us about the personal cost of constantly having to prove ourselves and while holding on to who we are? What did that do for you? Did it strike some, nerves?
Yeah, I think as someone who I didn't become a citizen until like 10 years ago. And I was sort of such a goody two shoes my whole life, but that's because I was so scared of the consequences of even a small mistake. The looming presence of deportation was always there. And so I saw a lot of my white peers getting to be kids, and I had to grow up a lot faster. And what I really am proud of with Aleida is that she isn't the good immigrant, that she colors the idea of what an immigrant could be, which is that um, she doesn't always know how to make people, maybe the white people around her, feel comfortable, which I was taught is what being a good immigrant is. Um,
That's where assimilation comes in.
yeah, and you feel
Yeah.
this pressure and you feel like you're not enough, and you always feel like you have to prove to someone that you should exist. And what I love about Aleida is that she doesn't put that pressure on herself, and it gets her into a lot of trouble, which I think is realistic. And it gets her into a lot of trouble with even, sometimes people who watch the show. But I think that's really important, despite the trouble that maybe even I, as an actor, can get into when people don't know that this is a conscious choice. Because uh, I want to relieve. If my acting career is nothing but relieving brown kids, immigrant kids, relieving them of the pressure to be perfect, then I've done my job. And I feel
Oh,
like Aleda's part of that, hopefully legacy for me.
amen to that. I can have this conversation with you for hours, as you know, but we don't have hours. So I want to like dig deeper,
I know.
but I know. So for all mankind is ultimately about humanity and continuing to push forward into the
Hmm.
unknown. And I think it's important to bring that up because I know for me as a human, as a woman, I have felt that so often in the past 1, 2 years. So
Hmm.
after being part of a story that's so centered around survival and building the
Hmm.
future, what do you think people need to hold on to most when the future feels uncertain? And you cannot say hope because that is
Hmm.
outside of hope, which gosh, you
Is
know,
needed.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think a big thing that Aleida did have to eventually learn, and that the show pushes on over and over again, is that you can't really do anything on your own. You need a team, you need family, you need people who you trust, you need confidants. That is how actual change happens. And so it's for all mankind. It's not for all one guy. It's for all mankind. And so
Wow.
it's that connection and that humanity and that like coming together for a greater cause. That's what moves us forward.
Okay, so there's no better way to end it. So we have hope, we have collaboration, and I will throw in faith because I do believe
Yeah.
we need some sort of faith to keep the world going and humankind. Coral, thank you so much. I would
Thank
have loved
you.
to dig deeper, but I have to follow the rules. But thank you so much.
Thank
Congratulations on
you.
this beautiful show, and we hope to
Thank
see you
you.
again soon.
Yes, yes, this is so
Thank
lovely.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. For All Mankind, Season 5 reminds us that even when the future feels uncertain, humanity, resilience, and hope are still what moves us forward. Stream the new season of For All Mankind on Apple TV. And as always, this is AW Confidential. Please make sure to share, follow, and join us next time for more truth. I'll talk to you soon, loves.